Looks like the gay leaks were more than likely true and what we expect to see with upcoming Lara Croft in future media, including the Netflix animation where they just dropped a new teaser trailer and it does not look good. This is going to be a mess. If you don't know what the leaks I'm referring to are, I've covered this at length over the past couple years or so. But yeah, leaks and rumor, or alleged leaks and rumors saying that, hey, Lara Croft will have a girlfriend in the next game and Lara Croft will quit tomb raiding to retire with this girlfriend while an Indian girl becomes the next Tomb Raider, so on and so forth. And those leaks received terrible reception. So I'm sure a lot of changes were made because I do believe those leaks were true, given that the source where the leaks came from. However, they did receive such terrible backlash that I'm sure they will make some changes from those. And it has been a couple years now since we originally saw the leaks. But the girlfriend leak does appear to be true. I'm surprised they didn't do an interracial thing, even though they do make Lara Croft look less British now. But still, the original Lara Croft did have a lot more of an racially ambiguous look because of her tanned skin and dark features and all that. So that isn't really egregious to me. But I mean, the art is ugly. The androgynous body type is ugly. Same here. Like, why do they not want to draw women looking like women? This looks like a male body. Look how the widest point is the shoulders, tapers down to very tiny hips, no butt. Kind of same going on here, but they did give her boobs. But what's weird about it is they made her so barrel chested that the boot, it looks weird. It's almost like they're technically large in circumference, but they're flat. It's like they're giant pancakes on her chest, basically. Okay. And I don't want to sound weird, but at the end of the day, what they've been doing with female characters is uglifying them. Lara Croft is supposed to look like this. Lara Croft is she's supposed to look like what we've seen even in the Tomb Raider remasters. We've gotten actual fans who worked on the Tomb Raider remasters, and they gave us a very beautiful, classic looking Lara Croft, okay? I know it's not realistic, but neither is this, okay? So while the trailer didn't outright confirm that this is going to be her girlfriend, it definitely appears that way. I mean, she grabs her hand, she has this very lesbian haircut because of course, and she does say to the effect in the teaser, which I would play the teaser for you guys, but you know, now Netflix be with all that copyright stuff, so I can just kind of go through some frames with you. She does tell Lara Croft in the trailer, well, this is what you're choosing, as if she didn't want her to choose this, to do this adventure stuff. Here it is. Or don't make the same mistakes he did. Probably talking about her dad, because they cannot get over Lara Croft's dad being shoehorned and everything. Meanwhile, in the actual classic source material, Lara Croft's dad was not an archaeologist. Lara Croft's dad was still alive. Her parents disowned her because she chose a life of adventure. But instead, what Crystal Dynamics have wanted to do, and even the first movie did this, they wanted to make Lara Croft follow her dad's footsteps. And I just think it's incredibly odd. So, don't make the same mistakes he did, she says. And here she grabs her hand. She's looking at her. She also said something. Yeah. Is this the life you've chosen? This sounds very much like we heard from the leaks. So Lara Croft, in the leaks, Lara Croft's girlfriend is basically trying to talk her out of this life of tomb raiding, even though the Netflix people and Crystal Dynamics have already made it clear they don't want Lara Croft to be a tomb raider anymore. She is a truth seeker now. She doesn't raid tombs anymore. She doesn't steal artifacts anymore, because that goes against all of their woke ideology to make a character, because especially a female character has to be a Mary Sue. A female character has to be perfect. She is not allowed to be a morally honestly, classic Lara Croft was very much more along the scope of an anti-hero, and they can't have that now. So they've got to make her just be goody two-shoes. She can't steal from cultures, even so much to where in a collaboration with Hero Wars, she gives artifacts back to the demons, literally demons that she took them from, because she can't steal from demons. So this definitely appears to be her girlfriend, who in the next game, if the leaks do play out, she talks Lara Croft into retiring so that she can live a life with her girlfriend. Mind you, Lara Croft was not created as that kind of character. Lara Croft was created as a character who, according to the actual game lore, she had an arranged marriage with a man and she was going to marry him, but then after enduring a plane crash, she decided, hey, you know what, this upper class aristocratic lifestyle isn't what I want. Instead, she wanted a life of adventure. She didn't move forward with the arranged marriage, and she chose a life of adventure instead of a romantic life. And she was not. She didn't do any romance at all. Now there is. Later on, once Angel of Darkness came out, Curtis Trent was introduced. The developers have stated that they were planning on making them have a romantic connection later on, but the series was taken to them from that. But in the actual classic lore, talking, especially the original 5 games, she was not having any romantic pursuits at all, and that wasn't the direction they were going to go with this character and with her stories, because ultimately that would bog down a game series focused on adventure. This isn't about Lara Croft's personal life, even though that's all Netflix wants to do here, is make this about Lara Croft and her personal emotional journey. That's not what Tomb Raider was supposed to be about. Tomb Raider was supposed to be about this woman who was so focused on a life of adventure, psychotically so. Anybody who got in her way would pay the price. She was selfishly motivated. Sometimes she did good if that aligned with her interest, but she didn't try to be some hero. That wasn't her goal. She was just a rambunctious person, adrenaline junkie, honestly psychotic person. And that was super fun. That was really fun to play a game series like that. I mean, you see this heightened so much in Tomb Raider 2. Everywhere Lara went, chaos followed. She was a shoot first, ask questions later type of character. So they've dramatically changed her beyond recognition in that. So this trying to give her a girlfriend thing, seemingly what appears to be going on, definitely is not in line with Lara Croft. It's one of those take a female character, make her lame and gay things, as we've seen I was gonna say Star Wars, but as we've seen South Park meme. We see this crap in Star Wars and stuff a lot too. Also, this frame, I pointed out when I commented on this because Lara Toomer here says, it's official, Lara Croft has now become a lesbian. Netflix can't help it, can they? And they tagged me and some other people, and I said, looks like the GF from the leaks, but maybe not. Either way, looks terribly cringe, and they're both drawn with weird androgynous bodies, which I shared here and said Netflix has given Lara Croft a Steven Universe body, which, I mean, this is her in the Legend outfit. Let me just remind you guys what Lara Croft looked like in Tomb Raider Legend. Granted, I don't think I like classic Tomb Raider a lot better than the Legend trilogy and stuff, and the Legend trilogy did introduce a lot of garbage that has lore-wise, but it looked good at least. And this is what Lara Croft looked like in Tomb Raider Legend. She had a very feminine physique. Yes, it's not necessarily super realistic, but it still looked good, and it wasn't as unrealistic as this even. This looks like straight up a Steven Universe character. What even is going on with this? And so they shared this frame especially. I said, oh my goodness, what even is that? And so then, of course, there's always the gaslighters that have to make you think you're crazy, that have to say, oh, you're being ridiculous, you're being unreasonable. So they said, oh no, the Tomb Raider who needs to free climb has muscles. How will they ever recover? Like, this looks like realistic muscles even. It doesn't. She just looks like she's just drawn big. This isn't some muscle tone. She's just drawn big. Her thighs are just tubular. Arms and thighs are tubular. Everything is just big. So, okay, they want to make fans happy. Oh, look, we're giving you the legend outfit. And she looks like this. Please, put it back. I don't want it. So I said, meanwhile, actual climbers look like this and not a Steven Universe character. Why can't they make Lara Croft look like this? If they're claiming that it's about realism, then why can't they make Lara Croft look like this woman? She's beautiful. Her physique, she's a literal rock climber, so it works. Or what about this woman? See how she's got muscle tone and stuff, but she still looks like a woman? Granted, I like Lara Croft to look exaggerated. I like Lara Croft to look like an idealistic beauty. Like, hey, you look at her and say, man, that's goals, even though it's not even realistic. Not to the point of where it's like, oh, okay, here's some pornographic looking stuff. No, nobody wants that. And the classic games didn't do that. But to have, like, just like with superhero dudes, right? They're shredded, they are jacked, and they look very, I mean, they're not attainable physiques, but it's cool. It gives you, it portrays the character on their physical outside. So the way that Lara Croft looked in the classic games right here, see, because look at this. People complain, oh, it's just, they just objectified her too much. No, this doesn't look pornographic at all. Not even close. It's just, it's a very athletic physique, a very strong athletic physique with some exaggerations on it. But dude, seriously, you can go on TikTok and look at girls at the gym that have very similar physiques to this. This is just a little exaggerated, but not even that drastically so. So the thing is, though, is what they're doing with this Netflix art style and all that is just as exaggerated. It is not any less exaggerated. It's just exaggerated to look worse. I mean, come on. So this is going to be a trash fire. One thing that we've seen from this Netflix stuff that it also validates these leaks and rumors is Devereaux being in there. He is the villain. Basically, he's the one who, from what we've seen in interviews and stuff, seems to have more characteristics of classic Lara Croft than this Lara Croft does. But I digress. I'm sure they've got some more villain elements as well. But that's the thing, is you can take certain scenes from classic Tomb Raider games and you would see Lara Croft as a villain in that, really. She wanted a helicopter. In Tomb Raider 3, runs up to a helicopter. The pilot smiles at her and she pews him and steals his helicopter. I mean, that's the thing. Lara Croft isn't supposed to be some goody two-shoes. But here, yeah, in this Netflix stuff, October 10th, we've got this emotional adventure where it looks like Lara Croft is going to be having an inner battle with herself of what kind of Tomb Raider she wants to be. And oh no, she's seeing a dark side of herself and she doesn't like that. She's got to come out of this nicer, and oh no, look here. Oh, grief, death, and destruction. I mean, oh my goodness, jacked. Here she is like, oh no, I unalived this guy. That's just not Lara Croft. Lara Croft was very rambunctious. She wasn't this super emotional character at all. And she wasn't supposed to be, and that's not fun. It's a video game. It's a video game. All right, anyway, I could rant about this forever because y'all know Tomb Raider is my favorite thing. Actual Tomb Raider. Classic stuff. The new stuff doesn't count for me. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.